Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandy if you're new. If you're not new and you're one of my friends that I'm forcing watch this, thank you. I know that the VIB Sephora sale is starting tomorrow for Rouge members. So every time the sale comes around, I always text, my friends that like makeup, and I always ask them, hey, what are you gonna get for the sale? Do you know what you want? Or I just remind them that the sale is, coming at all, because I feel like I keep track of stuff like that, but a lot of my girlfriends really don't because, they have real lives. I just basically thought that instead of just texting all my friends and sending them Snapchat videos of what I liked or what I recommended or what I bought, I thought that I would video myself and put it on the World Wide Web. I have a lot of really great stuff. I only recommend stuff that I personally love, so I hope that if you do buy anything that I recommend, that you love it as well. And if you don't, Sephora is great with returns, and let me know if you hate it. I'm gonna start an order. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of time. I have a bikini wax scheduled, and so I have to run to that. Do any of you guys ever have that fear of like going to the bathroom before you have a Brazilian? Because if you don't know, Brazilian waxes, they wax the top, whatever you want, and then at the end they have you spread your legs and spread your cheeks so they can get your crack. And every time that I go, I try to not go to the bathroom at all, like 30-40 minutes ahead, because I have this serious fear that when they're asking me to spread them, there's going to be little bits of toilet paper in my butt crack. And I know that's TMI, but it's an actual fear of mine, and I don't ever mention it to the waxer, but I'll kind of like gauge her expression when she's down there. Like when I spread them, I kind of look at her like, we good? We not good? So far, either they're very professional or I've been good. Either or, I don't care. I have that actual fear. Yeah, I know that was TMI, but if you can relate, like and subscribe. And if you can't relate, like and subscribe. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with base products. Okay, so I have 3 base products, well 4 technically, but one was a sample, so that doesn't really count, but I have some base products that I highly recommend. So this one's pricey. It's the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. By Bobbi Brown. Okay, well the light is really shining on it, but it's the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. It's like a primer moisturizer, and when I'm in a hurry and don't really feel like moisturizing and then doing a primer, because a lot of times I'll skip primer, I'll just throw this on, and this is actually really great. Sometimes even when I have moisturizer on, I'll throw this on, and it just makes my skin feel so hydrated, but it also feels like it's primed, like it's ready for me to put foundation on top of it. And I know it's expensive. It's like, I think $60, but it's lasted for me, it's lasted a really long time because you only need a little bit. And may as well splurge, right? If you're Rouge, you get 20% off. And then the next one that is super, it's something I just discovered. My cousin gave it to me, and it was part of my Christmas present this Christmas. It's the Charlotte's Magic Cream. Again, another trial size. She knows that I love trial sizes too, and she loves trial sizes because we just love trying things. And this has this like smell that makes me feel really nostalgic. It kind of smells like my mom's like cold cream that she used to use when I was little. It has like a scent of like your mom's moisturizer and maybe a little bit of vacation. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes me nostalgic. It gives your skin this glow, almost like you put on like one of those like glotions or something. Like if you're one of those people that don't want to look really shimmery, this moisturizer not only super hydrates your skin, but it gives you this amazing glow. It really feels like magic. I don't know what it does, but the hype is real. We'll see. Let's see, base. Next, we have foundation. I didn't want to recommend every foundation I have because I do have a lot. Anytime I travel, I always just pick kind of my favorite things, stuff that I already know that I'm gonna probably reach for anyway, so I don't pack like a ton of crap. I just pack the stuff that's my favorite. And the foundations that I always want to pack are the ones that I recommend to everybody, especially when it's somebody that's new to makeup. The first one that I am ride or die for is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. And this is 50 SPF. I use medium tan. You know, when summer comes along, I'm probably gonna only wear this because I love the way my skin looks. It lasts, I swear, all day. There was this time that it was my cousin's bachelorette party, and we were in San Diego, and she wanted to go out to brunch. And I remember I was super hungover and I had to throw myself together, and I just used my fingers and rubbed this kind of all over my face and put mascara on. And when we were walking to the restaurant, I was just standing there at the corner, and you know, she looked at me and she was like, "What is on your face?" And I started to get like insecure for a second, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Your skin looks flawless." And I'm telling you, my skin is never truly flawless because I almost always get some sort of hormonal acne. And for her to say that my skin looked flawless was just like the best compliment I think I could ever get. This one, number one, ride or die. The next one is something new that I just tried just recently this winter, because again, I love watching Melissa Alatorre. She and I have very similar skin tones. She has a little bit drier skin than me. I'm more combo. I'm a lot like, my skin is a lot like Tati's, more combo. But she was raving and raving about NARS Sheer Glow. And I watched a lot of videos of people giving this really great reviews. And before I used to use, well, actually, do you know, I can't believe I didn't include this. I can't believe this wasn't in my pile. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear. So this foundation is a lot like this. This one's lighter. It's maybe, I want to say the coverage with this one is a little bit more medium sheer. I think it covers just fine. This one has higher coverage and it lasts longer, but they're very similar. The reason why I haven't been using this, and you can see it's like half done, is because this shade is a smidge dark for me right now. And she had said that, you know, when NARS came out with all those brand new shades, she had said in a video that she finally got her perfect shade, and it was Guadalupe. And when she'd said that, I immediately went to the store and I bought Guadalupe, and she was right. It's my absolute perfect shade. I was ecstatic, and I love the formula. This is more of an everyday foundation, something that I throw on, you know, every day when I'm just going to school or I'm just going to hang out with friends. I wouldn't wear this maybe on a night out. I would probably reach more for the Laura or, oh my gosh, that reminds me, there's another foundation. Okay, I have a ton of foundation. Or on a night out, this brings me to this one, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Don't come for me. Yes, this is the $40 version, but this is an expensive foundation. It's like, what, $60, $65 on Sephora for the full size? More than half of what you would get in the full size. And it's, I mean, $40, that's a lot for like half of what you get in a normal foundation. So yeah, it's expensive. However, it's really good. This is a really great foundation. It's like, if I'm going on a date with a guy that I like, mostly evening, because this is like more of an I wear it more evening wear. If I'm going on a date and I know I like the guy and I want to feel good about myself, I want to feel kind of bougie, I'll wear the Armani Luminous Silk just because it's fancy schmancy. But if I'm going out with a guy that I'm like meh about, or somebody I don't really know yet, I'll probably go for NARS, to be honest. But I mean, it's not like any of these are super affordable. These are all kind of expensive foundations. I think the cheapest, not cheapest, but I think the most affordable one here is the CC Cream, and it works just as good as this. Yeah, definitely these are my foundations that I love. My ride or dies, all for different occasions, obviously, and for different seasons, because my skin tone really changes. Now this is something that I want to go into. I know what's next is concealer, but I sometimes use this as foundation. So this is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I know this has been really hyped up on social media lately. And at first, I remember I jumped on the bandwagon and I bought the concealer, but I didn't like it at first. And I remember telling some lady at Ulta, I was like, she was gonna grab it, and she's like, oh, is it as great as people say? And I was like, no, just go for Shape Tape, like it's whatever. But I regret to this day telling her that, because I'm such a sham. Like, I'm such a hypocrite, dude. Like, I was reaching for this concealer every single day. Like, I told her that it was whatever of a concealer, but I was also using it every single day, like all over. And then I started getting really lazy with my makeup, and I started mixing this with like a moisturizer, like the Charlotte Tilbury one, or the Drunk Elephant the Bee Hydra, the Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra, you know, in the blue bottle. And I started mixing it, so I would like kind of do 2 swipes on my face and then rub it all over, and sort of made it foundation. And sometimes I wouldn't even set it, and it literally blew my mind. I was shook, because it looked like I didn't have makeup on, and my skin was just naturally like, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but you know, it was pretty okay. Like, if people saw me out and about, they wouldn't be like, wow, I feel bad for her, she looks awful. They'd be like, oh, you know, she's not that bad. Like, oh, she must have woken up like that. That's not so bad. Lies. This, amazing. Amazing. It's $30, but it's so worth it. It has more than a normal concealer, and it lasts longer than a normal concealer. I think I'm getting down to like the very, very bottom. It has this doe foot applicator, and a little goes a long way. I use it under my eyes too. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, we're done with concealer. What comes after concealer? Oh, okay, bronzer. So I am known by my best friend as a bronzer addict. I really don't need any more bronzer. I've gone through about, I don't know how many. I haven't even finished any bronzer, but I've gone through and I've looked at what I constantly reach for, and I'm gonna try and finish those before I buy any more. However, I did just buy this. This is the Nudies. This is the Nudestix Nudies All Over Face Color in the shade Bondi Bay, and this is a cream bronzer. This is the shade. It's like a neutral bronze, kind of warm, and I have it on right now. So if you're in a hurry, you just kind of swipe it on the sides, take your sponge, blends in like a dream. I already knew that I wanted this. This is the Mary Phillips collab with Nudestix. It's the shade Sunkissed. It's a blush, but it's kind of deeper. It looks more, I have it on my cheeks right now. It's just really summery, gives you a little bit of a blush, a little bit of a tan sun-kissed look. That's the shade. Love these. These 100% I recommend. If you don't get anything, get the concealer I told you, the CC cream, and the Nudestix. But get them all, whatever. Okay, next. Marc Jacobs Tantastic. I don't know if this is still on the website. I know it was limited edition. It's part of their coconut collection, but look at how big this mirror is. And this is the shade of bronzer. This is the one I've been using every day, just because when I lightened up a little bit, this was the bronzer that wasn't super, super dark and orange on me. And I think that this would work really, really, really great for anybody who's light to medium skin tones. I still use this now, and I've gotten a little bit more of my tan back. I use this every day. When I don't use my Nudestix one, I'll use this, or sometimes I use them together, but this is my ride or die right now, and it's huge. I don't remember how much this cost. I think it was $30. It may have been more, but 100% worth it. All right, what's next after highlighter and blush? Oh, eyeshadow palettes. This one was fun. So what we'll do is we'll start with this Nudestix palette that I got, because we already kind of brought it up. This is the Nude Beach Festival Kit. It just came out on the website, but it also is on Sephora now. So with the sale, I highly, highly recommend getting this. If you've tried Nudestix before, you know that they're amazing. There are days where you know, I'm really in a hurry, or I don't really feel like doing a full eyeshadow look. So I'll just kind of rub the stick on my eye and rub it in either with my finger or a quick brush and blend it out. And then there was another one that didn't match. So the first ones that I bought, that I think if you're starting with Nudestix eyeshadow sticks, the ones that are probably best to get are Terra. This is kind of like a tan, like a little bit of a terracotta. Fig. This is like a purpley brown. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a purpley brown. I love this shade. And then of course, Chocolate. Chocolate is just a regular brown. It's a little bit darker than what you would probably put in your crease. Like this is probably more of like a transition brown, and this is, and Fig's like a purpley kind of, like a fig. I don't know how to explain it, sorry. But these 100% ride or die, because you can put any shimmer over this. You could just leave it, you know, brown. I always put a shimmer over it, especially with Terra. When I use Terra, you could do any color in the crease on top, a shimmer on top. I love it. I absolutely love these. These 100%, if you're gonna start with Nudestix, start with these three. However, if you wanna get this palette, like if you already have some Nudestix, you know you love Nudestix, these are so nice. These ones, I think they're worth it. They are very, very beautiful on the eyes. I love these. I think this entire palette was 100% worth every single penny. It was expensive. It was, I think it was $75. But if you look at everything you get, I mean, one of these pencils by itself is like $24. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get like 6 pencils, I think. And you get this, the Sunkissed blush. 100% worth every penny. I love it. And you get this cute little palette. It has a huge mirror. Oops, so I think it's a really, really, really great bang for your buck. It comes in a really cute orange plastic little baggie. I don't know where I threw that, but it's somewhere. Next, this one, okay. Urban Decay, Born to Run. I know that I've recommended this a lot to people just because it's so versatile. Like, look at these shades. Look at this color story. There are a few that I haven't really dipped into. Like, I haven't really dipped into the greens and the blues just because every time I've done it, it's been daytime and I felt a little bit wild wearing blue or green eyeshadow during the daytime. But I use this peach shade down here almost every day, and this orange. I love these pinks. These pinks are actually pretty wearable. Maybe just because I'm tan, I've been able to wear those a lot. This is my favorite palette. If I'm traveling again to my mom's and I know I don't want to pack a ton, I'll almost always pack this palette. If you're feeling a little bougie, if you got some extra money to spend, Natasha Denona Safari palette. I splurged on this one. I think I got it the last VIB sale. It was the surprise one, I think, when they gave us 25% off. And I love this color story. Look at these colors. Literally so good. The only thing is, if you're a beginner, these are pretty pigmented, so it's like one tap of your brush, kind of shake, and then go in, because you get a lot of color payoff. So I know that these are gonna last a while. I love this palette. Love this palette. It's expensive. It's like $129, but if you feel bougie, if you feel like splurging, I highly recommend picking a Natasha Denona palette. You know, pick one that you feel you'll use almost all the colors, because then it's really more worth it when you know you're gonna use the colors. Which brings me to my next palette. The Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions. I got this one as a gift for my birthday last year. I was gonna buy it anyway, but my cousin bought it for me because she's amazing. And this palette, I have it on my eyes right now. This palette, look at these oranges. I have this on my lid and then a little bit of that, but obsessed with this. I think these are $24 or $20, so it's a really, really great investment. It's more affordable. You get 6, 7, 8, 9 shadows. You get 9 shadows, and I think they're really pigmented. It's easy to carry. You can throw it in your purse. You can throw it in a small makeup bag. I absolutely 100% recommend this one. I think of all the ones you can get, this is the one that's my favorite, just because, again, you know, I really love the peaches. I really love the gold. I love the orange tones. I feel like it goes with my skin tone, and it's spring and summer's coming up. So this one, this is real. It's just that vibe, you know, it's just that spring, summertime vibe, and I love it. Highly recommend this. It's more affordable. And then next, Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel. I started off using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear one, but it left this weird gloss kind of look on my eyebrows, and I didn't really like it. And then I switched to the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is great. I love that one. But when I'm feeling really lazy and I don't want to fill in my brows, this one kind of does it for me, just because it's a little bit more pigmented, has a little bit more color, more filler. Like, I can use it without filling in my brows by itself, and it really stays. Like, my brows stay up, I think, a little bit better than the Gimme Brow. I know that that's a little bit kind of blasphemous to say, because Gimme Brow is kind of ride or die for everybody, but I just prefer the Milk Kush. One that I just got, it was recommended to me by my cousin, the one who buys me makeup. It's the Clinique Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder, oil-free, in the shade Stay Golden. I actually was really pleasantly surprised by this. I don't really use Clinique. This is the powder that I have on my face now that I use to set. I've never really used Clinique, but she bought this powder by accident when she came to visit me, and she forgot to bring her own, so she went to the store and purchased this one because it was more affordable. I think it was $25 to $30, and I'm super impressed. Like, if I just take one of these concealers and just spot conceal and then go over my whole face with this, this is about sheer to medium coverage. It doesn't really have a lot. If you go light hand, it's great to set foundation. But I love this. I was so surprised. It's creamy, it's finely milled, it feels really good on my skin, it's not super drying, it doesn't leave that powdery finish, you still look glowy. I love it. I highly recommend it, and it was really affordable. Highly recommend this. I think, you know, nobody's really talking about this powder. When I asked the lady in Sephora about it, she was like, that's the one you want to try? And I was like, yeah, I want to try it. So yeah, I recommend it. I love it. I'm pleasantly surprised by it. It kind of reminded me of, now this is a stretch. It's not super similar. It's a stretch. But it sort of filled the void of the Charlotte Tilbury one. Charlotte Tilbury one is definitely just for setting. It doesn't have coverage. This one's got sheer to medium coverage, but I kind of got the same satisfaction from this one. We're gonna go into mascara. Here's the thing. I stopped buying full-size mascara. I just felt like it was a waste. They dry out too fast, and I don't feel like I have as much control when the stick is like this long and you're over here like this, trying to use it like that. And then when I go this way, I always get my nose. I kind of have a big nose. And so when I'm doing my mascara and I switch over, I almost always get my nose, and it's so frustrating. So I started only buying the minis because they're $12. By the time they run out, I already want to try something different, or a normal size one would already run out. And I've put this to the test. I've used a full size mascara, and I've used a mini size, and I remember I've used them interchangeably, and the full size one ran out. It dried out about the same time that the mini ran out. So why am I gonna spend $25 on a full-size mascara when I can spend $12 and get a mini, be 100% happy? It always works perfectly, and by the time it runs out, like 2 months later maybe, I'm perfectly fine buying another $12 mascara. Also, anytime you buy things from mascara online, almost always, not every time, but anytime I see that they have a mini mascara option for 100 points or as a free sample, I always do it. Even if like I've already tried the mascara, I always do it, just because I hate, honestly, buying mascara. I think this is dumb. I think it's a waste of money. Mostly I think it's a waste of money because I get them for free. I don't think I've bought mascara in a year maybe, and The Milk Kush Mascara, 100% right now is my ride or die. This is the brush. This formula is so hydrating. I don't get clumpy, but I get the volume. I am obsessed with this mascara. I don't think I will love another mascara the way I love this mascara. But there's a close second. But since I ran out of that one, I had to reach into my stash, you know, my little stash of my minis, and I saw this one, Dior Show Pump and Volume. And I had 3 of them. I gave 2 to my sister-in-law for her birthday because I tried a different Dior one and I didn't think I liked it, or maybe it was a YSL one, I can't remember. But I kept one, and I'm so glad I did. This is the brush. I'm using it right now. There's something weird about this brush. It's kind of rubbery, and like if you look really closely at my eyelashes, like there's really no clumps. And I was so impressed with this mascara. I just started using it this week, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So this is the one I've been using. I don't want to say that I'm going to buy the full size, but I'll definitely go get another mini if I don't get one for free again. And so 2, well, I have 3 of these, but the other one's in my purse. So I ended up getting these Marc Jacobs lip gloss sticks. So they look like this, but they pull out, and it's like a stick. This is the shade Mauve Time, Mauve Time. Okay, and this one is Moco-Choco Lata. That's one I have on now. Love these. The other one I have is the black cherry one, and that one's my all-time fave. So that one's in my purse. I throw that on. It's like a gloss. It's hydrating. It's a little bit like a chapstick gloss with color. These ones are my favorite, 100%. If you're feeling a little bougie, I highly recommend the Pat McGrath Labs Flesh 3. I mean, just like, look at how fancy this packaging is. Like, I have 2 other lipsticks, but I think they're really, really great, but I don't reach for them every day, which is why they're not here. This one is, oh, it's so good. It's so good, and it's hydrating. It's like a lip balm, lip glossy sort of lipstick. It's so good. This is the perfect everyday. This, perfect everyday. It's expensive. If it wasn't so expensive, I think more people would understand my obsession. But the fact that one lipstick could be $30 or $35 is a little bit insane. It's steep. I definitely splurged with this. We're gonna move on because I don't like anything else that's more affordable. I will try and find more stuff that's more affordable, but I'm kind of a high class broad, you know? Totally kidding. Totally kidding. But anyway, my favorite eyeliners in the whole world are the Marc Jacobs ones. I like them in color form. And it's because, well, this one's brown. This is the brown I bought because of Melissa Alatorre. This one is Rococo. And I only bought this one because Melissa Alatorre highly recommended it, and I love her. But these other ones that I got, I have the green one in Vert, dark olive green. I have this gold one in Marigold. And my all-time ride or die Jazzberry. This is the one that I almost always have in my waterline. This is just so fun to have colors on your waterline. It's just something that I really love experimenting with. If I'm not brave enough to put the color on my lid, I'll put it on my waterline, and I feel like it's still kind of ballsy without actually just being in your face. All right, so now that I've spent 7 million years telling you about all my recommendations, I guess I'll let you go. I have to go get my wax. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. I know I talked for 7 million years. There's some things I skipped. I know I skipped setting powder. I know I skipped setting spray. Pretty much this is it. These are all my ride or dies. These are all things that I almost always want to pack when I go places, or almost always reach for when I'm getting ready on the daily or for a special night. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Please leave a comment on anything you recommend, because I know I'm gonna go out and buy some stuff for this new VIB sale. I don't know yet what I'm gonna get, but I'll probably come on here and do a haul video about some of the stuff I got, unless it's just boring like restocking like concealer. But I will keep you posted. Please, please comment below and give me some of your recommendations. I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye.